The whole mess started the morning I drove up to my newly purchased lakefront cabin, a quiet retreat I'd bought under a holding company to keep my work life out of my personal bliss. As I rolled up the gravel driveway, a woman with a clipboard and a neon orange vest jumped into my path, waving her arms like she was directing aircraft. "You can't be here!" she screeched. "This is private HOA property." I blinked. "Ma'am, this is my cabin." She jabbed the clipboard toward me. "Not according to our registry. You're trespassing. Leave now or we'll call the authorities." I almost laughed. Almost, but I'd already heard rumors that this HOA, the Lakewood Serenity Association, was notorious for power trips, fines, and Karen-led crusades. I stepped out of my truck anyway. "I'm not leaving my own property." Her eyes narrowed, and she snapped her fingers at two board members standing nearby. "Call the police. We're done playing nice." I should have told them then. I really should have. But watching them dig their own grave was educational. 10 minutes later, a patrol SUV pulled up. The officers walked toward me with hands near their belts, the HOA board standing behind them like they were watching their favorite TV show. "Sir," the officer said, "we got a trespassing complaint." The Karen-in-chief folded her arms. "Yes, arrest him. He's refusing to leave our community. Property." I handed the officer my license and the deed, not under my name, but under the holding company. I watched his face shift as he scanned everything. "Ma'am," he said slowly, "this document says his company owns the cabin." "Impossible," she snapped. "He's lying. He forged it. Arrest him." The officer sighed. "We can't arrest someone for being on property they legally own." She exploded, red-faced, shouting about HOA authority, waving her clipboard like it was a royal decree. Then she made the mistake of the century. She marched up to me, poked me in the chest, and yelled, "If the cops won't take you, we'll take it to court. And when our judge sees this, you'll regret ever crossing us." That was the moment I decided to stop playing along. I leaned slightly, lowered my voice, and said, "Ma'am, who do you think your judge is?" She scoffed. "Judge Harlan, of course. And he always rules in our favor." I pulled out my second ID, the one I rarely flashed outside the courthouse, and held it up. Her face drained the color of wet plaster. "Ma'am," I said, "I'm Judge Harlan." Silence. The board members shuffled, backward like someone had just yelled, "Snake." Even the officers exchanged looks. "And," I continued, "this little scene, this attempt to misuse law enforcement, this harassment, that will be addressed in the correct venue." The HOA Karen stammered, You can't shut down our association." "Actually," I said, "I can absolutely dissolve an HOA for misconduct, fraud, or abuse of authority. And oh, had they given me enough evidence."